Give it to me. All right, go ahead.
All right, so the World Health Organization stated that 80% of all heart attacks, heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and 40% of all cancers could all be prevented if people just ate healthier, created healthier eating habits, instilled physical activity in their day-to-day workout regimens, and refrained from the use of tobacco. So I myself, I've done substantial amounts of research on this topic related to health and wellness before presenting it to you guys. I've also considered the sources of 3 other peer-reviewed articles, and I've taken numerous classes related to health and wellness before presenting to you guys, just as a part of my degree program here at NSU. And so it's important to realize that this topic is really essential for college students, because making these changes now is not only going to help the student academically during their time with the degree program, but it's also going to help the student later on in life. And so it's important to realize that making these necessary adjustments in our eating habits is the most significant way of creating a healthier lifestyle. And so today we're going to be talking about 3 main points that relate to the topic of creating a healthier lifestyle. These include what a healthy eating habit is, and how it affects us, and what happens if we don't make these changes in our eating habits, right? So the first main point is understanding what a healthy diet is. And it's a set of guidelines set forth by the World Health Organization. These guidelines are set forth so that the average person has a little bit of knowledge when it comes to making decisions on their food consumption, right? So the amount of calories that they need to eat in a day, how much to eat, when to eat, what to eat. And it's also set forth to create longevity and postpone death. This is from a peer-reviewed article called Tonellan in 2014. And there was numerous studies done to back the claim set by the World Health Organization, all of which were successful. So that's what a healthy eating habit is. I'm going to talk a little bit about how it affects us, right? And so it's pretty common knowledge that it does prevent things like obesity, low energy, and depression. But developing healthy eating habits does help us lower the risk of coming across serious illnesses like cancer. And there was a study done with 2 groups of women, both of which had breast cancer. One of them was put on a rigid, strict diet program, and the other one was not. And the group that was on the diet program saw significantly less rapid rate of development of the cancer, as opposed to the other group who saw a little bit more of a long-term, more drawn-out prognosis of breast cancer. This was done by Saxton in 2013. So that's basically what healthy eating habits can do for us. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about what happens if we don't make these necessary changes. So as a student, your academic performance will go down. This can affect things like your critical thinking. This is because you're not getting the sufficient amount of nutrition that you need to keep up with your academic performance. And then diets high in fat will also negatively affect your memory. And so that can affect things like taking tests and doing homework and things of that nature. And diets lacking certain vitamins and minerals and macronutrients like proteins and carbohydrates will affect your critical thinking capabilities and your behavior. This is done from research in 2008. So today we went over the 3 main concepts that relate to creating healthier eating habits. We talked a little bit about what it was, how it affects us, and what happens if we don't make these changes. And so you got to understand that the best way to prevent these illnesses is to make sure that we're making the necessary adjustments in our lifestyles to create a healthier lifestyle. And so, with that, I hope that you guys are a little bit more knowledgeable after hearing this presentation, and that when you're faced with those decisions, you're able to make successful outcomes.